704-570-1110, 704-570-1110. If you have a real estate question, investment question, Preston is here as a home inspector. You can chat with him about some things that may have come up for you. So feel free to do that. And we're talking today about myths about home inspections, Preston.
Yeah, absolutely. Nine myths.
9.
I don't know if we'll get all
Just
9.
9, yeah, but so what do you think is the big number one?
Actually, yeah, number one is a home inspection is the same thing as an appraisal. And it's not. There are some similar things about it, but an appraisal is to determine the value of the house, and it's the lender who wants to know that. Because the lender wants to know, is the house worth the loan that they're going to put out there in the event that they should have to take it over. Now, a home inspection is different. We're just looking for the safety and the habitability of it, the condition of things, and sometimes that plays into the value, but there's so many other things that go into the value: the neighborhood, the school system, the zoning, and that's way beyond what a home inspection is. You need to get an appraisal by a licensed appraiser, and a real estate agent can tell you a lot because they can pull up comps in the neighborhood, that can give you a lot better idea. But a home inspection is not an inspection for the value of the home. It's an inspection for the safety or mechanical, structural defects.
Right. I think the other thing that has been a little bit more of a challenge lately is around FHA and VA loans.
Right.
Sometimes the appraiser acts a little bit like a home inspector and is required now to do a few more things that they weren't normally required to do.
Right.
As it relates to the diligence around the home.
Right.
I wish they wouldn't.
Yeah.
I don't think they really know.
Right.
But I understand their position. The bank's asking them to do it.
Well, and
so
certainly the condition of the home can affect the value.
Oh,
of it.
gosh, yes.
But, you can have a house, I don't want to pick on any particular area, but, out in a rural area where I live, if you pick that same house up and, you put it in Dilworth, or you put it on a lakefront, it's automatically, because of the neighborhood, same house, same furnace, same roof. Home inspector's not going to be able to tell you that. They're just going to tell you the condition of the roof and the furnace.
That's right. And I think it's important to understand the difference and understand that they're two very, very distinct things, but yet.
I know. Oh, I get introduced all the time in friends, like, "Hey, this is Preston. He does appraisals." No, I don't. I'm a home inspector. It's a totally different thing, but
So, does the home inspector advise you whether or not you should run?
See, that's myth number 2. As a home inspector, I get that question all the time. Would you buy this house? Yes or no? And my answer may be different than your answer, Paul. And my answer is going to be different than that buyer's answer. I do feel like most houses can be fixed, but everybody has different thresholds of what they're allowing to do, and it also plays into the appraisal. I don't know what the school system is around here. You're going to have to talk to your realtor about that. I don't know.
They're not going to tell you either. They're going to tell you to go to a website and examine it.
Right.
They might tell you the schools, but they're not going to tell you anything else about it.
And I don't know what the houses sell for in this neighborhood. All I can do is tell you the condition of the roof, the furnace. I can't tell you if that's falling within, are you overpaying or underpaying? That's not something that I can tell you. What I can tell you is if you could find out what the market value is and then add up, the cost of the repairs to get you to where you need to be, then if you're still under that, I'd probably buy it, but that's just me. You may have some weird threshold like a lawnmower or something that you're
We're going to be talking about that lawnmower.
Yeah, I can only speak for myself, but that's just using logic.
Yeah, and I think that is, when a lot of times I will ask the home inspector when there is something that comes up, I will ask them, so how do you think what do you think would be a good strategy to repair this issue? Or who do you think would be good people to help us evaluate this issue?
Right. Well, and one thing Paul does that's really good is if the seller maybe doesn't have money or whatever to do the repairs, he'll go ahead and go out and get the estimates or something like that. I know you did that with a countertop because they didn't have money to, well, that wasn't really a repair, but they wanted to, to sell a house in that neighborhood. They really need.
But even for repairs too, a lot of people don't have the money to do repairs.
But he goes ahead and, you know, puts a bow on it, says, here's what, you know, the estimate is to fix that, you know, just tries to, you know, all deals can work. But, you know, I will say this too about market value. You know how on Facebook everybody leads the best life ever, you know, oh, 2.5 kids and everything's perfect. And we know under the hood, everybody's got some crazy in their family, they got some kids that, you know,
Oh, I've never met a functional
struggles in
family
school,
before, have you?
yeah. I mean, everybody's got stuff.
Except George.
Some people just hide it more than others, you know, are better at hiding it, you know.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with a house. There is no perfect house. We always look at that other house like, oh, that was perfect. Well, I bet you if you looked under the hood, I can find some stuff. But having said that, there's no perfect house, but there's a lot of good houses. I'll say that.
They are, and there's a lot of houses that have opportunity.
Right.
You know, I think so. I think that's really cool. All right. So what about the fact that it doesn't matter? All inspectors are the same, just like all realtors, right?
Oh yeah, just like all cars, you know. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
you know, you don't need that Range Rover. You could just have a Malibu,
Yeah.
Chevrolet. Nothing wrong with. I have a
I was
Chevrolet
gonna,
Malibu, by the way.
But
But you understand what I'm saying. There's different levels. You know, and all home inspectors are licensed, right?
Right.
Just like all realtors are licensed. Should it matter which realtor you get?
Oh, gosh, yes.
They all pass the test, Paul. They're all real
Yes, they
things.
did. Sometimes it took some a few more times than others, but yes.
Same thing with home inspectors.
Right.
I mean, that's the minimum standards to get into the profession of real estate or home inspection. But to go beyond that and get more professional education, lots of experience, you know, a guy like Paul's been through some battles and, you know, you've learned things over the years. You know, check out the organizations they're in home inspection. There's two. There's InterNACHI and there's ASHI, and they require more education.
You're pretty active in those organizations.
Oh yeah, exactly. And it's kind of like with real estate agents, there's more designations than just being a realtor, and there's more standards they have to, you know, adhere to, I guess, so to speak.
Right.
Look at the reviews, and you know what? Ask around, ask people. You know, I mean, you couldn't be in business as long as Paul has and do people wrong. You
And
just
the
couldn't.
same with you, Preston. You have a great reputation. That's why we use you for all our home inspections.
Well, thank you.
And your team does a great job. And
Well, thanks.
And we like the way that things are communicated. I think that's the big deal, right?
Right.
We're talking about negotiation. We're talking about myths. Doesn't it boil down to communication in the end?
Yeah. You could almost say that most fender benders in negotiations, so to speak, metaphorically speaking, obviously, if you really look, it boils down to something wasn't communicated properly, and that's what we try to do. You know, we actually role play with our inspectors on how to
Do you
present
really?
the information.
I didn't
Yeah,
know that.
and you know, sometimes you know, they're asking this, but they're really asking something else, and to see the question within the question. I mean, even if they don't realize it, you know, that you got to see some of the deeper questions. And like you said, what's important to this person? You know, if that person's moving from the beach area, you know, hurricane strapping, things like that. If somebody's moving from Florida, you know, the termites, you know, going to be a big deal to them because that's a big deal there.
Sure.
If somebody moving from Wisconsin is going to have to be educated on
Sure.
termites.
Or
you know.
something that may have happened to them in the past that you had no idea about.
Right, yeah,
Comes out of nowhere.
and that's a big
Yeah.
deal to them.
Like
a lawnmower.
Like they got run over by one and they're scared of them and they didn't want one, so they'd rather have a $200 fridge.
There you go.
Yeah,
There you go.
exactly.
It all goes back to the lawnmower.
Well, yeah.
Is the guy, is he listening?
Yeah. Well, we've got a hard break. We'll be right back to show you real estate today. Preston Sandlin, Home Inspection Carolina, myself, Paul Jamison. We're having a big time. Stay with us. We'll be right back on News 1110 99.3 WBT.
At Scott Clark Honda, we offer the Carolinas' largest and most modern state-of-the-art Honda facility with over 1,000 vehicles to choose from.
You asked me if I was listening? Yeah, I'm listening.
In most of the
You're not listening.
Choose a new Accord, Civic, CRV.
You're only listening